And
We're
it says
live.
we're live. There we are. Let's make sure some people can see us before we actually fire this thing up.
Rob, do you see us?
Ben, Derek, you guys seeing us all right? There is a delay, of course. Ben, let's get ready to retake.
Well, that's going to be our new intro to the...
Rob Ross says yes, so that means we're good to go. All right, here we go. Let's make this thing happen then.
All right. Give us that beautiful music. Hey, everybody.
In the cinematic sea of prequels, sequels, reboots, and reimaginings, the Movie Retakes podcast considers the merits and desires for Hollywood's new takes on our beloved movie classics. Brothers Matt and Chris Sully examine the latest retake franchises, pitch their own original retake visions, and share their love for the movies that made them. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
I pulled it off. Editing on the fly.
Amazing.
How's everybody doing? We already got a little crowd going here. Roll that beautiful bean footage. I love that. Every time I see one of those commercials, I think about it instantly. Oh, it's so good. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
That commercial never gets old.
I had my stream earlier, and I had some technical issues, so I was like this the whole time. This time it's not Frozen. So here we are.
We still have to sing the Frozen soundtrack.
Is that how we're going to do this whole stream tonight? We juked him, and now
this
we're going to
sing the musical.
Frozen?
This is the musical podcast edition.
No one wants that from me.
Well, I'm glad everybody came back. Welcome back to another live episode of Movie Retakes. It's very exciting times we live in.
This is crazy. You can go live and people can see you and interact with you. I should try this with gaming.
No, we don't have that as a ring to like the intro to the podcast. No, but I hum it to myself all the time. And then every time I edit an episode, I listen to the thing like 100 times. So yeah, I never really get it out of my head. It's always there.
Yeah, when you edit podcasts, that happens. Or you'll hear someone's voice for so long, you're just like, I can't even anymore.
Yeah. Unfrozen Sully. It's just like Encino Man. We're reenacting. Go. Where's that retake? Although it was a perfect film, so I don't think they need to redo that one.
You say Frozen is a perfect film?
No, Encino Man.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. I was doubting some things for a second.
Frozen's okay. But I'll watch Encino Man anytime. Well, thanks for everybody coming in. I don't want to wait too long because we're trying to keep this another one to an hour, right? So I kind of want to jump in.
Let's do it.
And we're going to talk a little bit. Both of us saw Bill and Ted Face the Music. And if you recall, way back when was that? Months ago. Our first podcast was about Bill and Ted, the franchise. So I went back and actually listened to a little bit of that. I don't know if you guys have. To see what we said about it and what our predictions were. And then we've got our pitches that were pretty wild. Ooh, that was on purpose. W-Y-L-D.
Wild? W-Y-L-D?
Yeah, it's all on purpose. And then we're going to talk about some upcoming retakes as well. And our upcoming podcast episode will reveal what franchise we're going to cover. Although I think Rob, no spoilers there, Rob. I told him earlier today we were golfing, and I punished him. He was so much worse than me. No, he was way better.
So you can talk back.
We looked to the skies, and we're like, what excuse can we use today? Oh, there's a slight wind. Yeah, that wind's going to ruin the whole game for all of us. This grass is way too long. Is this even regulation? No. So, but no, he did pretty well. And then we got some trivia at the end. So stick around for that.
Which should be easier than last week. We realized last week was a bit challenging.
Yeah, I did try to make it easier this go around, so we should have some fun. Yeah, Encino Man. We need to remake that or do something with it. I just want to talk about it. So somehow we have to do maybe a what if episode. We can do Encino Man or something.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, let's talk about what you're watching.
Well, for me, I didn't have as much as last week. I didn't get as much TV time in, but I am definitely still watching Lovecraft Country. Loving that because it's so unique and so different, and I'm very confused, and that's the sign of a good show, apparently. I'm still watching Ted Lasso. I'm still watching Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I can't get enough of that, although we are sadly going to be on a 2-week hiatus, which that sucks.
I hate when he takes a break.
I know. At the end, he just says, "Oh, I'm going to be out for a couple weeks." I'm like, "Oh, come on. We need you, man. Why are you taking a break? That's the best news ever." The worst best news ever. And what else am I watching? I've started rewatching Dollhouse based on a conversation we had on my stream last night. That's the Joss Whedon show with Eliza Dushku. Yeah, it's only 2 seasons with 13 episodes each. So it's not a huge commitment. And someone told me, Supli, who joins my streams regularly, that there is a Felicia Day episode that never aired.
Oh.
And I'm hoping that's on there because I love Felicia Day. And I really, really want to see that. If not, I'll have to track it down and see if I can download it somewhere. But I'm very excited about that because I haven't revisited that show in a while and I've been wanting to. Already some nice surprises in cameos in there. Hey, another Sully.
I saw you're having a live stream. I'm like,
she's going to jump on in and become a star.
Oh, she's going to go ahead and take over. No wheezing the juice.
No wheezing the juice. How about you? What are you watching, little brother?
Well, we actually did start Lovecraft Country and really enjoyed the first episode. We kind of divided on the second episode. She didn't enjoy it as much. I watched through that and then watched the third episode, and I like it. I'm on board. I think what they're doing is basically telling smaller stories, monster ghost story tales, and then they just have that overarching sort of thing behind to bring the episodes together with that sort of secret. Oh, go to bed, Mom says.
No. Wait, Mom's in the chat?
Yeah.
Where is she saying that?
I know her. Go to bed. All right. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, Isabel.
Baby.
And so I think it'll be good. It's just going to basically be, I like third episode. And Vanessa, since you're there, you should watch third episode. It's basically like a haunted house story. So I think it's good. I think it'll continue to be good. We watched The Great Outdoors, which is always nice. John Candy. That's always a lot of fun. It's just a good movie.
Makes you want to
got into Cobra Kai and love it.
Right?
Honestly, I didn't think I'd love it so much, but we were both really, really into it. It's so much fun. And as soon as it starts, I just feel like the way they bring in their characters, you're like, yeah, that's exactly who they would be. That's exactly where they'd be in life. And you totally believe the world. And it's like they didn't miss a beat. Like I'm totally back in the Karate Kid world, and it's amazing. Yeah, I love it. So we're definitely going to keep watching that. And let's see, what else do we have? We watched Birds of Prey. I had not seen that. I wanted to go to the theater to see it, and just for whatever reason we didn't get to go, and really enjoyed that too. That was a lot of fun. Margot Robbie's she's rock solid, man. And if it wasn't her, I don't think it would be as good. I think she's such a terrific actress that she made that that's her role, and she did a great job. But anything she's in, I really like her. Yeah, she's great.
She's got one of those on-screen personalities that you just like you dial in and you're ready for whatever she's going to deliver.
Yeah, she can do it all. And I did go to the theater to see Tenet. And doesn't that come out in the U.S. tomorrow? Is that still Select City or?
I think it is within the next few days, and I did see that like 70% of movie theaters are supposed to be open by Friday. So I may venture out this weekend and give it a run if I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should give honest opinions or what. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You don't even want my opinion?
Not yet.
It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's that kind of movie where everybody who wants to see it's just going to go see it anyway. Stop it, Rob. Yeah, Rob went with us too. We went to go see it. Okay, so I won't say anything, I guess. I do have a review of it, though. I've been trying to get better on reviews. If you go check out Letterboxd, we have a movie retakes account there, which I try and log all the movies we're watching, and going to try and be better about adding reviews with stars and text and everything, a summary or whatever, to tell you what we watched recently and what I thought of it, and try and get our review page together a little bit better on the website too. Anyway, so go see it if you get whatever. But if you want to read my review first, then that's on Letterboxd, Letterboxd, software where you can log all the movies and television you watch and rate them as well, and a bit of a social aspect in there too. But also watch Bill and Ted, and we're gonna get to that in just a second. That was my first experience downloading or paying for like a rental through YouTube. Went smooth enough, I guess. I just never done it before. A little bit pricey. Yeah, I was interested in Unhinged as well, but I don't know if I'm gonna go to the theater to see that. But there's some homework. If you haven't been over to the website, I just updated it today, so I'll just pretend it's been there all week. And
I read your
homework.
I'm like, I missed the homework.
Is The Hunt for Red October. This I didn't put the year it came out, but I'm pretty sure it was early 90s. You can look that up. And this is based off a Tom Clancy novel. It's the first movie in the Jack Ryan series. And if you guys don't know, that switched over. A few people, it's kind of Batman. A few people played the role. And there was the Patriot Games movie, and I think immediately it switched to Harrison Ford, Clear and Present Danger, and then The Sum of All Fears. I think that went to Ben Affleck, and actually I never saw that one. Shadow Recruit, then I think that went to Chris Pine, and then now there's the Amazon Prime series with what's his face from The Office? What's his name? Krasinski? John
Krasinski.
Yeah, sure. I knew it all along. 1990, thank you. And no, there's no. Oh yes, Unhinged has Russell Crowe. But anyway, the cast in Hunt for Red October is outstanding. There's Sean Connery, Alec Baldwin, Scott Glenn, Sam Neill, James Earl Jones, Stellan Skarsgård, and Tim Curry. And some of these people, like, I mean, you should have known these people from earlier stuff. Stellan Skarsgård is probably the new face in there, as far as he gained more popularity and fame later on in movies. But I even remember his part. Like, I haven't seen it in a while, and I remember him being in there. Yeah, that's true. They are both very, very handsome.
Yes.
Yeah, this is also directed by John McTiernan, who I consider, and I think I chose him for one of our retakes pitches. I can't remember which movie, but basically a huge action action director. He did Predator, Die Hard, The 13th Warrior, and Last Action Hero. So this guy, he knows how to direct action, and the drama in this is also very good. So anyway, if you haven't seen Hunt for Red October, it is on Netflix and in Canada, and I believe it's on Fubu, whatever that one is, in the US. I don't know. Maybe is that a shirt company? I think I got the thing wrong. Anyway, you can find it on your own. It's out there, and you should have already owned it on whatever medium you've got. So let's talk about some upcoming retakes. There's a few things coming up, and I want to kind of gauge what everybody's interest is on this. Yeah, 13th Warrior, man, I really like that. I don't think Vanessa liked that one as much, but I enjoyed that one.
I only saw it once. I'm going to go back and rewatch that again.
Oh, good rewatchability. I've seen it probably, I don't know, 8 times, maybe more. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a good story. And Antonio Banderas is pretty solid in it. So we got the Clueless TV show that's going to come up, and I don't really have dates for all this sort of stuff. Anybody a Clueless fan who wanted to see a television show for this?
I mean,
not so much.
I liked the movie, but I don't know that I ever was clamoring for an extension of that universe. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, I think that time's kind of passed. I don't know if that's appropriate now, but you know, they could have a new sort of image on it. Yeah, Antonio. There's also Clue remake that's been talked about for a long time. That was supposed to have Ryan Reynolds in it.
And Jason Bateman, I think.
Yeah, I think it's changed over a few times, but I'm pretty sure it's there was a Clueless show, and now there's going to be another one. So sorry, I was kind of clueless on that. And I'm kind of excited about that. I love the original Clue. Tim Curry's in that one too.
Yep.
A lot of good people in there, and I don't think, because it is set up to. I mean, if they don't try and copy the exact thing. Like the formula can be the same. There's a murder and it's solving the murder and it's a comedy. If you do that, then you can do your own jokes. You can, it could be an all new movie. So I think that could be pretty fun. Yeah. Donald Faison was in there too. He was really good. A lot of good people in Clueless, the movie. I really enjoyed that one. Then we got West Side Story coming out. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I know you're not into musicals as much, but honestly, the original West Side Story is okay. Like, it looks okay. The songs are pretty good. But I actually think that one could be done a little bit better. It's not my favorite musical. And then we've got, what else? There's a Tom and Jerry movie coming out, which that's kind of shocking. Are they even doing more shows on that? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of out of the loop on kids cartoons and stuff. I don't know if there's a modern Tom and Jerry. It seems like there's been a dozen of those. Yep, we've got some good chat going on. Tim Curry's in rough shape. Well,
he is, sadly. I think he had a stroke or something. So he does cons, but he's like in a chair and really can't interact with people. Much like
he's pretty old now, right?
70s, I think. I know that's how Peter Mayhew was Chewbacca towards the end of his career as well. They would, I'm not making fun, but they would literally roll him into the cons and just park him somewhere and then let people come interact with him. And he could on some level, but
yeah. What Peter Mayhew was like extraordinarily tall. Like, did he have one of those like kind of giant, whatever that's called? I don't remember the name.
He had medical issues for sure.
Yeah, they always have medical problems. Yeah, I watched that Andre the Giant documentary. It was really good.
Meaning to watch that. It looks so good by the trailer.
Yeah, you should check it out. Anybody who hasn't seen that, it's good. It's also kind of touching. You know, I get to learn more about him and what kind of a guy he was.
Ben talking about Tim Curry. It's interesting.
Oh, really? Thanks, Ben. Let's see what else we got. Spiral. I think you were looking forward to that one because you like the Saw world.
Yeah, and I'm interested in that one because of how they seem to be turning into a total new direction, bringing in Sam Jackson and Chris Rock. It's going to be the year of Chris Rock again because he's also got the new season of Fargo starts in like a week or two, and he's the lead or one of the leads in that. And I love the Fargo TV series. It is fantastic.
I want another one of those that we should have been watching the whole time. We haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list to watch. And they're in. What season is this going to be? Like fourth or fifth?
But they do a season, and then there's like a 1.5 2 year hiatus, and they completely change the cast. Everything's different. There's only very small tie-ins to different parts. I think eventually it'll all come together in some sort of weave. But
what was that one? The crime drama with like it's the Woody Harrelson and McConaughey were in the first season, and
yeah.
They just change cast. I like that concept. I think it's cool. They did that a lot with like American Horror Story and stuff too. I guess that's been probably not a new invention, but more common now. Well, I'm looking forward to Spiral as well. I'd like to see a different take on Saw because I'm getting more into that. I wasn't really into the whole sort of torture True Detective. Thanks, Bill. Oh, good to see you.
That was the show. Good call.
Yeah. How'd it go with the drive-in? Did you go to the drive-in and you get bit by all the bugs, or was it fun?
Is Bill Brown going to the drive-in?
Yeah, last show he was asking. He was about to go to the drive-in. Yeah, so let us know how that went. Jungle Cruise, which I guess that qualifies as a retake. It's something weird Disney's doing now. They just talk about out of ideas. They're like, you know what? Oh, we have these rides. Can we do a movie on these? I don't know. And they're doing Cruella too. Yeah. So they're doing another take on that. The villain from 101 Dalmatians. I don't know. I mean, The Rock's in it. Not Cruella. Jungle Cruise. So
Yeah.
everybody will go
Born.
see it. He's just the most lovable guy in the world. So yeah.
Future president.
And you know what? He is like he's basically Nicolas Cage for how many movies he does. He just doesn't seem to turn down anything. He's always got a movie coming out, and not all of them are that great. I wasn't really thinking about it till today. Looking ahead that there's a trivia question about The Rock, and then I was like, has The Rock made bad movies? And
Early in his career,
he has. Now there's been probably the most recent one was that he was like the Tooth Fairy or something. I don't know.
That was early on too. No, I think
early?
for the last decade he's been pretty solid. At least the last 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Pete's asking about Face Off. I think
I'm in.
Sure. Honestly, I've been angry that Ryan Reynolds never really found his footing for the longest time. He kept trying, kept showing up and doing things, and then just not hitting it off until Deadpool. And now that he has, I'm hoping that it continues and that he does a bunch more stuff that we have a lot of fun with. Oh yeah, Haunted Mansions. They're gonna redo that. That's the other one based off The Ride. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's Eddie Murphy, so more of a family sort of thing, I think, and I think that'll be fun. Yeah, so I think these are going to be family films, and should be good times. Yes, and subscribe to Movie Retakes. Let's see what else we got. What's our time looking? 9:22. Okay, and I'm excited about the Death on the Nile. I don't know how many of you guys watched Murder on the Orient Express, but it was good, and I love Kenneth Branagh. I love him as a director. I think he has a really cool look. Everything is very very colorful and sharp, and yeah, I think he's a great director, and I'm looking forward to this because I love a good murder mystery. I think most people do, and so it's just kind of a fun murder mystery type of thing. I'm kind of excited about The Stand coming up. It's terrible timing that they want to put this out, and I'm assuming they're going to wait. But I think it's already mostly done, and yeah, good. Ben's on board for Death. But yeah, I think that's going to be a good series. I enjoyed the original, The Stand. Did you watch that one back in the 90s?
I watched
late night.
part of it. I don't think I ever finished. Wasn't Max Headroom in that? The actor who played Max Headroom?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He played Trash Can Man, I think.
I remember watching bits and pieces. I don't think I saw it all.
Yeah, I mean, there was some it was basically like a B movie cast. And who else was in there? There's some Molly Ringwald was in there.
No kidding.
Yeah. Corey Nimick from what's that show? Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Oh, I love that show.
Long time ago.
God, that needs a retake.
Matt Frewer, thanks. Parker Lewis. Yeah, sure.
I bet if I watched it now,
Gary Sinise. I miss Gary Sinise.
Where did he go?
I don't know, but Gary, I'm sure you're watching.
Oh no, I know what it was with him. He's doing like all charity work now. I heard like everything he does is to earn money for charity.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I heard that from somebody. Which I don't know why you
movies for charity.
Make a lot of money and donate more to charity, but I don't know exactly how that works. But
whatever, you're denying it's great acting. I like Gary a lot, and I miss him, so I want more. Oh, somebody else now actually knew Parker Lewis. That's great. I didn't know if anybody would know that one. All right, so we're getting a little further in. Let's get into Bill and Ted. I'll talk about re-listening to the podcast.
Yeah,
we both had some reservations about this, but I think we both agreed that we were going to see it. It was just whether or not it was going to be at the theater. Obviously, we didn't. We both watched it at home, and there was some concern over it being daughters versus sons, because in the second one they did say that they were sons. but for me, it seemed like a minor change. It didn't really matter. I liked them. I liked Samara Weaving and what's her name, Bridget Lundy Payne. I thought they were both really good. What do you think?
I liked Samara Weaving. Not as big a fan of the other actress. I felt like she had just watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and was trying to ham it up a little too much.
Okay.
But I love Samara Weaving. I've seen her in a couple things now. She was in that Gun Hands or whatever that movie was with Harry Potter. I really like that one.
Okay. Yeah, Guns Akimbo. Yeah, I think we talked about that last time. Yeah, I mean, she was nailing the Ted impression. But yeah, maybe it was a bit too spot on where Samara was loose with the concept.
Her own take on it, yeah.
Yeah. But my main concern was Keanu and Alex picking up those roles again. And I thought they did a good job.
I've heard some people say they didn't care for Keanu's character. Somebody said on my stream yesterday, we were talking about this, and somebody said, well, he basically just played John Wick playing a Bill and Ted movie. I thought he actually took it in a good direction in that those characters did have to grow up slightly over those years. I mean, they had kids, they had to live in society. They did age a bit and get a little knowledge while still holding on to the whatever they were.
Yeah.
The rejects, the outtakes, I thought they did a great job personally. I really enjoyed seeing them both in that role, but I still don't like Keanu without a beard. I wish he had kept the beard for the movie.
Yeah, and I agree. I think Keanu, I don't know if it was on purpose or not. I think he's just changed as a person and an actor, and I think him coming back into that role, it was different. But I agree. I think it was a good different. Yeah. Alex Winter was the one who was probably trying to be more like he was before. But yeah, I actually really like both of them, and I think a lot of the reviews have been, this is the movie we need right now. And you know what? I agree. I think, and Ben and I actually talked about this after we watched Tenet because we wanted to discuss it a little bit. I know.
Wait, don't get wrong. I agree. He's better with the beard. He's a better angel with the beard.
I worship at the Church of Keanu. But yeah. Crap, I forgot where I was going. Anyway, I enjoyed it. We're just talking about Bill and Ted. I enjoyed it. I think Dean Parasite did a good job. The director who also did Galaxy Quest, which was for you and I both the
fantastic.
Well, yeah, we both liked it a lot, but that helped us decide that he would probably going to do a good job with this, and I think he did. But yeah, basically that this was an easy, fun-loving movie. There wasn't anything complex about it, nor should there be. It was just there to entertain, and in a nice, tidy, 88 minutes or something? It was very brief.
Yeah.
And I like that, because every other movie seems to be some sort of, epic Dickensian tale where it's like across, 8 hours, and you've got to, there's supplemental material you've got to read with it just to understand it.
Need a family tree.
Yeah. If we're going to watch movies of that length, I want a private escort to, not that kind of escort, to take me to the bathroom with a flashlight like they used to do or something.
An intermission. Yeah.
Yeah. But more movies of that length, please. I'm fine with it.
As long as you have a story to tell, some of those movies are just long for the sake of being long, but as long as there's a story to tell, I'm fine with that. If the movie's too short, I feel like, oh man, we could have had 20 more minutes of that world, But in this movie, I think you're right. That was a good length for it.
Yeah. They didn't need to drag it out. It was a very simple concept and very much a strong nod to the first one. And I think, you feel happy afterwards. Yeah, I agree. It was nice. And actually, I would recommend going to the theater to see that over Tenet. Oh, I got in a little bit there. But anyway, and I just had to say something. But for me, I did give it a review on this one on Letterboxd as well. I'm giving it 3.5 stars according to our new rating system, which I'm altering the rating system a little bit, where I think 3.5 stars I said before it was a one-time watch, but I think I'm changing that to a possible rewatch. And for this one, I would watch it again. I think it held up in its genre. It had a little bit of extra for everybody else, and yeah, I can recommend it. I think people should watch it. Now, I don't know how many people, or I think there probably is a few people who would go see it based on Keanu without even seeing the other two, and I don't know.
That didn't.
I don't think you should.
No.
I think you should be a fan of the first one first, because it does strongly depend on that. Now, I had said on the podcast not to see the second one. I didn't really like it, but
taking that back.
No.
I think it's imperative that you know the story of death to understand that.
But they give you a summary at the beginning to tell you that he was there and he was part of the band. I don't think it's a big deal to skip the second one. I think you can and still get just as much out of the third one. But I think you should see the first one, just from the fact that if you don't enjoy the first one, then I don't think you're going to enjoy the third one. And I think nostalgia is definitely a pillar of. Would I watch it with buddies? Yeah, sure. Nostalgia is a pillar of that helps support this pretty strongly, but I don't think it. I don't know if it would crumble without a love for the original or not. I think you'd still have fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm a big believer in never jumping in the middle of a movie or a television show. Like, I think you need the whole picture. I just don't know how you can really side with these characters if you weren't in the world before. Like, you just look at them as two dudes who oh, well, you guys really just a bunch of never grown up kids.
Yeah.
Like, why should I care about you at all?
Because it's Keanu Reeves. What else do you need?
That might be a valid point.
Yeah. Now, if David Lynch can have his these videos where he just talks about the weather, I'm pretty sure Keanu Reeves could just shred paper or something, and we'd still enjoy it.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I did have a full review there on Letterboxd, but for me, 3.5 stars. I wish the music was better, actually. I
meant to highlight that one.
Touche. What's that response? Okay. Oh, Ben's saying to watch both of them. Yeah. Your prerogative. I just the third one's better than the second one. I'll just tell you that. So if you're getting through and you didn't really enjoy the second one, don't worry. The third one's better. Yeah. I wish the music was a little bit better. That's all. I know we talked about on the podcast that it's hard to say in the script, perfect song here, and then you're not going to get it. But it just felt kind of lacking in music. I wish there was a bit more. I don't know.
Well, and the characters that they chose to go back and visit, like when they started with Hendrix, I'm like, I'm sorry if this is a spoiler for anybody. I'm like, I'm definitely on this path, and then they went back a little older, and then it's like, okay, I wanted you to bring in some other rock gods. Like, your whole thing was rock music. Like, I would love to have seen, I don't know. There's so many choices that you could plug in there. I like that they varied it up and they had men and women in the band and they went back to older music. But how did they even know about that drummer?
That was silly.
I didn't get that. But of course, the daughters were portrayed as being students of music to like they do everything. They basically had doctorates in music, but still, how do you know about a drummer?
Yeah, there was they unearthed ancient texts of documenting this Stone Age drummer or whatever. Yeah, that was kind of silly. Yeah, I mean that was based off the formula of the first one, and that's what they were trying to do. And now I'm wondering is. This to me did feel like it was very much about the next generation. Like even the Kristen Shaw, her mom was involved, and
that's cool.
Yeah, and that was a nice brief nod to George Carlin. I liked it. I thought it wasn't overdone, and so that was good. Hey, Mick.
Oh, seeing him as the hologram in the original booth, that got me. I teared up a little bit.
Yeah. That was good. And Kristen Shaw was fantastic. I
She
love
was
her
great.
anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, her and I don't know the guys. I don't remember the guy's real name, but Dennis.
Oh, Dennis was fantastic. I don't know who played Dennis. I meant to look that up.
It's the guy from Barry. And on that show, he's freaking hilarious. The show's good anyway, but
Anthony Kerrigan. He's the bald-headed. Yeah, I like that guy.
yeah, but that was pretty good.
Yes, he's great.
Yes, Bill, it's unrealistic. I'm sorry. There's no time travel. Yeah, but anyway, that was a lot of fun. Even with its flaws or whatever, I'm hoping that I'm not just clouded by nostalgia and that I'm giving an honest review. But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it's a feel-good movie. I can't remember the last feel-good movie I saw. They're all like dark and gloomy and stuff now. So that was nice and refreshing.
Oh, that reminds me. I did watch The Way Back with Ben Affleck. That finally showed up on HBO Max. I liked it. What is it about a good basketball movie about a team that's no good and somebody who's down on their luck comes in and brings them back to greatness? I can watch that story a million times, and he did a fantastic job with it.
Hopefully we didn't ruin anything for you there, Jamie. Yeah, I like a good basketball movie as well. And yeah, I'd heard good things about Ben's performance in that. I'm sure it's good.
Stellar.
He's really come into it. I wasn't always on board with Ben.
Yeah, because last week I watched Paycheck with him and Uma Thurman, and oh my god, it was horrible. It was so bad, it was good.
Yeah. I don't think we're spoiling too much. Try not to. Yeah, no. So it's good. All right. And yeah, did you see Ed and Chris were in there? They're in all the movies.
I saw your notes. I didn't know that was them, but that makes perfect sense.
I just assumed, and then I went and read later on. So that was nice that they've gotten to be in all the movies. So that was really cool.
Ed Solomon, almost a fan of the show. We've interacted with him on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
From
Yeah.
Movie Retakes. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. He tweets a lot. Yeah. So our pitches. Well, now we might get into spoilers. There was no Ted Bundy. I don't think that's a spoiler. So you missed that one. You were way off.
I was way off. I missed Sam tonight.
Yeah, Sam tonight. And my pitch was them going in outer space with aliens and stuff. There was experimental instruments, I guess. So maybe that was sort of right. But yeah, so we didn't quite hit it on the pitches. But there's some elements. So to avoid spoilers, I won't get into them. But after you go see Bill and Ted 3, our pitches from each episode is available on our website, movieretakes.com. So if you go over there or listen to the podcast again, listen to the episode and or go to the website, because you can do both. And you can read our pitches there and see what elements we did have right and what we got wrong.
Do you think you got anything right from your pitch? What did you say? Because there was alien experimental instruments. That's where you're going?
Yeah, 100% correct. What I wrote was what the movie became. They made slight tweaks here and there.
I think about the only thing I got right is the death was coming back, but we already knew that when we were doing our pitches, so it's not like I called anything.
That's right, Bill. Nothing can live up to our ideas. We create perfection, and then they just come in and they do like 80% effort or something.
Eventually, there'll be a tipping point where they'll be like, "We're going to stop waiting and seeing, and we're just going to start waiting till they pitch an idea, and then we'll make that."
Okay,
it'll happen one day.
We'll make the movies.
Yes.
But what we're going to make right now is podcast. The next one coming up, this is your exclusive for being here at the live. Are you drum rolling? Is Mortal Kombat.
We nailed it.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to get hit for a DMCA takedown.
Yeah. That sounds exactly like the song, I'm pretty sure.
I had that soundtrack I used to play in the car.
Yeah, so next podcast episode is going to be Mortal Kombat because they have they're going to do a retake of that, And so we have 2 movies, and I was shocked. I thought there would be more. Okay. Yeah. I thought there would be more movies. For some reason, I thought that would be one of those franchises that just had 18,
Should've been.
that they just kept on going. And I didn't see
a whole
them.
bunch of like to direct to DVD or direct to VHS back in the day. Bad Mortal Kombat movies where they changed the cast every time. Yeah, we should have had that.
No, but there was two live action and 2 animated, I think.
Yeah.
One very recently, like this year, came out, and I have not seen it. I don't even know where you can get it.
That's so true.
That's true.
Nailed it, Ben.
There was some awesome takedowns and laser tag with those.
Bill, I hope it's a comedy. I would watch a comedy Mortal Kombat movie in a heartbeat.
No, it's gonna be a family film where they all do babe-alities at the end. Nobody's really
That's the gurgling baby noises.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun, though. I remember. That's true.
What was her name? Bridget? No.
Yeah, that sounds right. Nielsen? No. Bridget.
She dated a famous tennis player at one point too. I used to know her name, but.
Okay. Yeah, she was nice. Yeah, I had what's he saying, Billy Madison? I had a girlfriend, but she drove off a cliff and died or something.
That Veronica Vaughn was one fine piece of.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all animals. A lot of good ideas here. You guys should be pitching this before they go and make a mistake. Pete Sampras. Okay.
We can remember his name, but we don't remember the actress's name.
Ouch. That hurt. Well, I don't think she did much after that.
Bridget Wilson? Is that it?
Yeah, sure. She one of the Wilson sisters?
Sure.
She was in Last Action.
Like Wilson Phillips?
Okay. Yeah, Wilson Phillips. No, she wasn't one of those. Or that I'm aware of. Maybe she was. And I can't read the bottom thing. I can see Vanessa put something up about Sandra Bullock. But she was supposed to play that part of Sonya Blade.
Vanessa wins the sticker.
Yeah, I think she was Shang Tsung. A lot of makeup. But Sandra Bullock did.
She was Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
She was Goro.
I'm not sure. She was the left 2 arms of Goro. Sandra Bullock. Some major physical acting skills there. All right, so who should we? Because we did take your ideas.
Yep.
For the Highlander pitches on who should be cast in these roles, and so now we need some help for. There's a big cast for Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
So who should be in these different roles? Does everybody even remember? Well, you got Scorpion, you've got
Sub-Zero.
You know them all.
Sonya Blade, Jax.
You just do this.
Yeah, I played the hell out of these.
Yeah.
Was it Johnny? What was his name? Johnny something. Not Johnny Cage. Was it Johnny Cage?
It was Johnny Cage. That's it.
Johnny Cage. And then you had Shang Tsung, and you had Mel Gibson, Obvi. You had and then you had Reptile and Liu Kang and Kentaro and Raiden. Kano. Yep, he had the one eye. Raiden was basically just straight out of Big Trouble in Little China. He even had the same electric powers and the hat, which was the best.
Yeah, why don't they just do that? Michael Cera. That would be a great fit.
There's actually a documentary. I think I talked about it when we did the live last or on the last podcast. I can't remember which, called High Score. That's on Netflix right now. That's all about the history of video games, which you should watch. I learned quite a few things I've never heard of before, but they talk about Mortal Kombat and how it was made the way it was originally, the game with the live action, because they were given such a short turnaround on creating the game. That was the only way they could deliver. And it turned out to be like the most brilliant change in video games we had ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It was a neat idea. Yeah, The Rock. The Rock would be good. Yeah, obviously should be in every movie. Yeah.
Would watch.
That's everyone. Yeah, a one-man show. He could pull it off. I would love to see a one-man show of
Lucy Liu. Anything with Lucy Liu in it.
I don't know who she'd play.
Maybe 15 years ago, Pete. I don't know how he's going to look without his shirt on these days.
Oh, boy. Yeah, The Rock could be Goro.
There it is. There, we've got our cast.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is just the Expendables 5 or whichever one it's supposed to be now. Yeah, that's good. Just a bit more of a showdown and heads being lopped off and hearts being pulled out and stuff. We're blowing the budget.
Not in our world. In our world, our budget is pretty much limitless.
All right, so we've got about 14 minutes left. So I'd like to great ideas. Obviously,
Yes.
Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves and The Rock and John Cena and whoever else you said will be in my cast. Brooke Shields, Alexandria Daddario.
I'll watch anything with Alexandria Daddario in it.
Okay,
And I've seen everything she's made, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, I call all those. They're all for my pitch.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, I'll put Lucy Liu in there. I love her. Who doesn't? What a charming, adorable person. All right. Yeah, it was close enough. I'm sure she won't be upset that you spelled it wrong. It's only 3 letters. Like
Spelling is tough.
it's not Louis. Louis. Now we should do some trivia.
Yes.
So this is a special trivia. There are a couple hard questions, but should be a little bit easier. It is video game movie trivia. So that is, if we're playing Jeopardy, this is the one column video game movie trivia. We're not going to get outside of that. So think this, go ahead and pull up your Google machine and type in video game movies and you'll have most of the answers.
So if you want to participate and if you will hang around and be here for the last 13 minutes in case your name is called, type in !games. That's GAMES, !games, one time in the chat. And then we'll pick a couple of random folks or a few random folks to get us to 7 o'clock. If you're called on, please answer fast. There is a delay. And so it'll slow things down if you're waiting too long when we call your name. There we go. I see some people getting in. It's !games.
Around there, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, it's like a hashtag.
Appreciate your excitement, but it's more like a Spanish games. You put the exclamation point at the beginning.
Yes.
And upside down. I don't know how you do that.
All right, I'm going to pick our first participant, and it is Mindy Schulman. Mindy, are you ready to game on?
Rumble, are you ready to retake? All right, Mindy, you're there. I'll just pretend you're there. This 1993 film starred Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo as our favorite plumber brothers. Remember, this is video game movies.
Get it right, and
Or
you
the
can get one of
sticker.
these bad boys.
Any plumber brothers video games you can think of
We'll give Mindy 30 seconds
on the clock.
to get an answer in.
Roger Rabbit. That's it. You nailed it. Where is she? Achievement Fund? There's Mindy.
There it
Bacon.
is. Nailed
Did you
it. Mindy Schulman nailed it.
Wonderful
Mindy,
work.
I'll put your name down on this post-it so we can get it to you. I need to know if you are on Twitter, and if so, what is your Twitter handle so I can get your delivery information? Just give me your Twitter handle if you would. That's all we need.
Oh,
and
the
then
Super
I'll-
Mario Bros. This is the Jewish Mario Brothers, I believe.
Men at Work. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Let me reset
Yeah.
that.
I remember going to the theater to see that, actually.
Men at Work?
No, I was talking about Super Mario Brothers.
Oh.
No, I think Men at Work I just randomly discovered at the video store. It's
good.
hilarious. Yeah.
Thank you,
Always.
Mindy. Mindy did it right. That was very quick. Appreciated.
All right. Next contestant.
All right. Let me see. Can I roll it again? I can roll it again. And Benjamin Sager, you are up. Benjamin, get ready for your question. Get ready to answer. Here we go. Am I asking this one or are you asking this one?
Do it.
This 2020 film starred Jim Carrey and made $306 million in the box office. What is the movie? You've got 30 seconds. Go.
Video game movies. Very recent.
Very recent. I'm going to go ahead and start writing his name down as a winner.
Yeah, I hope so.
He said, wow. There you go. Got it. Sonic the Hedgehog. Nailed it.
Was it? It wasn't World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I was going to say that for a second. Then I was like, no, don't mess with them. Or else I'm thinking it. Same question to you, Benjamin Sager. What is your Twitter name? I think I know, but I want to make sure because my old brain gets crossed. Sanic. Bill Brown said. We had an ongoing joke about that. I was typing before you finished. Now that is efficiency.
Fantastic.
Anything, you should be efficient.
Speed gets you another half sticker.
Same. Okay.
Oh, it's just Benjamin Sager.
Let's hope so.
Next.
All right. Writing these on the Post-its because if I don't write them down, I won't remember. We're making good time here. Let's see if we can get up to 5 of these. We'll max out at 5.
That'd be great.
All right. Next name for it. Jessica Nibbs. That is Miss Jessica Star.
Jessica. A 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. This aptly named 2005 movie about Space Marines is one of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's rare movie bombs. This one might be a little harder just because it's a little older.
A little bit.
And I don't think many people saw it.
I think Miss Jessie Star can get it.
Video game movies. See, it was a video game. Then it was a movie.
Also talked about at length during that high score.
Carl Urban was in it.
I still hold to the fact that Carl Urban is completely underutilized as an actor. I'm so glad The Boys is bringing attention to his career again. But he's been in so many great things and needs to be in so many more.
I'm enjoying The Boys. I'm looking forward to season 2.
Same. All right. Time is up. Jessica, what's your answer? Come on, Jessica. I already wrote your name down as a winner. Don't do me wrong here.
It's 4 letters. Just try any 4 letters and maybe the combination.
Oh, no, Jessica. So close. Anyone else? Now you can jump in. Nope, not Dune. Close.
That was a harder one, I think.
A little harder. Don't worry, Jessica. There'll be another chance. She done you wrong.
Anybody have the correct answer?
I know somebody knows. I know Benjamin Sager said he loved this movie.
People were listing other actors in it, so I think
Karma got this one.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Karma got it wasn't Bridget Jones's Diary, Karma, not like last week. All right, our next contestant is Jamie Lee.
Fantastic.
Jamie Lee just wrote the correct answer from the last question, but you get a new one, Jamie. Let me give you your question here. Mark Wahlberg plays the titular character in this 2008 movie about a New York City cop whose family is killed by assassins. Again, video game movie. Video game movie.
Mark
Wahlberg. Video game movie. Oh, Jamie Lee wasting no time right at it. All right, Jamie Lee, same question to you. What's the Twitter name?
Fantastic. Bill. No, I never watched it either. I didn't watch Doom. I didn't watch Max Payne. I didn't watch Sonic.
Sonic's good. Max Payne's okay. Doom is... I actually enjoyed parts of Doom quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not all of it, sadly. And Karma, why did I get this question? I still hate Bridget Jones's Diary. She's going to forever be plagued by that. If there were a video store and she was walking through and saw that, she would just throw the tape on the ground.
That's
Benjamin says Doom is worth it. All right, Jamie Lee, just waiting on that Twitter name. There we go. Don't have a Twitter. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got you then.
All right.
You need another name. Let's see. That's 3 winners. Our next contestant is Karma Savage. And the answer is not Bridget Jones's Diary. We already know.
All right,
that.
Karma. You can
Karma's
do this.
ready.
This is basically a multiple choice. Not really. Sort of. Anyway, there's multiple answers. Name 2 titles of the Resident Evil movie franchise. So there was several of them, and they had, Resident Evil, blah, blah, blah.
There were at least 5, 6, 7 movies in that franchise. Can you name any 2? Karma can. I know she can. Come on, Karma. I'm writing your name down as a winner. Do the CGI movies count? Weren't they all CGI movies?
I don't know. If you make up titles, I probably won't know that they weren't Resident Evil movies.
Endgame, Infinity War.
Sure. Well, there was a Highlander Endgame. Electric Boogaloo. That was the second one.
This time it's perfect. Oh, Karma said Apocalypse and Extinction, and those were actually the exact first 2 you had in order. There was also Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter. So Karma, I got you. I know who you are and how to track you down.
I was even willing to accept Resident Evil, the first one, because it's one of the movies.
That was a gimme. All right, we got time for one more. One more. It could be our 5th winner. This is a far cry from last week. We learn as we go. Rob Ross, look here, Rob. Right down the street from you.
I can hand deliver that sticker.
Rob Ross. This one is not about Pacific Rim. This 2016 Michael Fassbender film featured him as a man reliving the memories of his ancestor as a professional killer. What is the video game movie? Rob Ross.
Resident Evil and the 3 Bears. No, just no.
There's still a colon in there for and the 3 Bears. I knew Ben was going to say this. I think we've talked about this before on my stream. It is a shame considering his Fassbender. I really like Fassbender in almost everything he's in.
Yeah, I was quick to turn this one off. I actually tried this one at home, and it was like 5 minutes maybe, and it's like, cool, I'm out.
I tried, but I think I fell asleep. So far, all we've gotten from Rob is no with 52 O's. Benjamin Sager says he's still my pick for Highlander. Well, when it finally happens, we'll see. There we go. Rob got it as a family event, and we know how to track him down as well.
Fantastic. Good job.
Nicely done. So one more look at what your upcoming prize will be. You'll get one of those sweet.
Well, that means Heather gets the sticker, not you, Rob.
Nice. Yeah. Don't, Rob, if we see this on your laptop or water bottle or pinball machine, there will be hell to pay.
No, you can't run down.
Da-da-da-da.
I don't even have one.
Come on down. No, sadly, he doesn't have any there. I've got to ship some to Canada. I shipped you a whole box of stuff and forgot to send you the stickers. I realized right after I left the post office. I'm like, no.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Pretty good time, and people actually won stuff this time, so that's much more exciting. So if you have some other ideas for Mortal Kombat casting, then go ahead and throw that on Twitter. Make sure you're subscribed and followed. In all the different places. Check out the movieretakes.com website. Look for us on Letterboxd as well if you want to get those reviews. Thanks for coming. Some reviews,
guys. Please review this. Several of the names in here have left some already, but for anybody else, go on iTunes or go on your mobile device on your podcast app and leave some reviews for the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Appreciate
thanks for watching. Another successful episode of Movie Retakes.
Well done, Sully. Nerds Unite. Where's the end button? Where's the end?